Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samad. So this will be part 1 of my UK spouse visa application series, and it will be about the online application form, and I will give you a walkthrough as well. Disclaimer, this information will not guarantee that you will get a spouse visa. I'm only sharing my experience and the process that I went through with you so that you know what to anticipate when you do your own application as well. So in an attempt to streamline the whole process now, the UK government has actually introduced online application forms, and they're trying to make it easier for everyone to upload documents and to provide all their information just online itself instead of printing tons of paper. And also they have a third-party visa center called VFS Global that you can use to upload all of your documents and also go to get your biometric appointments. So I'm going to interject here and say that I'm going to split this walkthrough into a few parts because the walkthrough of the online application itself is really long and it is a behemoth task for you. So I just want to show you as much detail as possible and also just deliver it in a more bite-sized, more concise format. So I'm just gonna split it into a few videos, and then you can see what to expect during this online application process. Let's get started with this online application walkthrough. The application form is really long and quite detailed, so I would recommend that you take your time when you're applying for this. Okay, so let's first start off with this page where you have to confirm your visa types. I am doing a spouse visa, so it is Appendix FM partner, and that's what I chose. And then you have to provide the country that you are applying from and obviously of your nationality. So I'm Malaysian, so I just selected Malaysia. And then you should read this because depending on the country that you're from, your biometric enrollment location or your visa center or whatever it is might not be open. So make sure that you can check first before starting your application form whether or not you have a biometric enrollment location in your city and whether it's open. If it's not, you might have to travel somewhere else to do your biometric appointment. So I'm from KL and I've checked, everything was open and everything was cool. So I selected I have checked and then went next. And then you should read this as well because this is kind of just extra facts about your visa, just to make sure that you understand what you are applying for and whether you're eligible. And then once you're ready, click apply now. Once you click apply now, you have to register your email address. So just use whatever email address that you normally use and just put a password for your account itself. So I'm just using a random made up one. And I just click the password, and then next, they will ask you or not whether it's okay to contact you with that email that you typed and whether it belongs to you, basically. Any additional emails, I don't have any, so I just click no. And then your telephone number, so obviously your telephone number in your home country. So mine, I put a 6 because that's the code for Malaysia, 60. And then you have to click for use whilst out of UK, and then whatever telephone is it. If you have any other telephone numbers, obviously add it on, or else just click no. And then again, they will ask whether or not they can contact you through SMS or through telephone call. I just clicked contact. I can be contacted with both. And then this is where everything begins. So you can see actually at the top here, start application, finance, documents, declaration, pay, and further actions as the header. And that's the only thing that can help you understand where you are in the application form. So you will know when it's completed because you'll be able to see it at the end. So this is the start of your application form based on your details. So you start by giving your name and your family name. So I'm just gonna again put something as demonstration. And if you have any other names, I don't, so I clicked no. And then this will be your gender and your relationship status. So I put female obviously, and I am married, so I put married or a civil partner. And then afterwards it will be your address, so your home address in the country that you're from. So I put just whatever random thing. And then afterwards, you will have to put the information of how long you've been in this address. So whether it be days, weeks, or months, or years, and then whether you own this address or not. So And then now it's your passport details. So you put whatever passport details it is, the issuing authority. So for me, it would have been a town council in Malaysia, and then obviously the issue of date and the expiration date. And then if you have like an identification card, you can add details to that. I have one, so I just added like the number and all the information there as well. And then moving forward, they will ask you about your nationality and your country of birth. So mine is Malaysian. I was born in Malaysia, I was raised in Malaysia, and place of birth is the city, so whatever suburb that I was from, I could put Kuala Lumpur basically. And then if you have any other nationality, so if you're a dual citizen, you can click yes. Malaysians are not allowed to have dual citizenship, so I say no. And then your planned travel information. This is the date that you put if you roughly know when you're expected to travel. So I'm waiting for my visa. It's meant to come at the end of January as told by the officer in the visa center. So I put like kind of any estimated date in February as travel to the UK. But this can change. This doesn't have to be a confirmed date. So you can just put something within 30 days after your expected visa, basically. It's just an estimation because, I mean, sometimes some people don't even know. Sometimes some people take like 6 months to get their visa. So just put an estimate. So this part is asking you about the languages you speak. So I speak English fluently and I also speak Malay. So I put English there, and then they're gonna ask about what language you prefer for the application. So I just clicked English, obviously. And this is asking me if I'm exempt from English language requirement. I think certain people don't require you to have like an IELTS exam or a degree or anything like that. If you are like physically disabled or have a learning disability or something, you have to read the exemptions. They are all on the website. So I have a master's degree, so I'm not exempted. I'm gonna use that as my English language requirement. And see, it says here, do you have a degree that was taught in English? And I click yes. I have a degree taught in English, and it's actually from the UK. So proof of my degree, you can choose either a degree certificate or an official transcript of the letter. I have both, and I actually submitted both. But for this one, I clicked official transcript or letter. And then, does anyone rely on you for financial support? So this means anyone who lives with you, children, anyone you're caring for basically. And I'm an independent person, so no, I don't have any, and so I clicked no. And then this will ask you details about your parents, so your mom, your dad, their date of birth, their nationality, and whether or not they have the same nationality as you. They will ask for both your mom and dad, basically. So this part is asking whether I know where I'm going to live in the UK or whether I know where I'm going to stay in the UK. I do know where, in my husband's place, but I can't put that details here, so I just put a random thing. I put it manually, but you can actually look for like the postcode of the place that you're gonna live in the UK. Or if you can't find it, you can put it manually. So the next is this home of a family member, friend, or another person you know? My answer is yes, because it's my husband's. Will you be living anywhere else in the UK? In my case, no. I would be going straight to my husband's place. And then, have you been to the UK in the past 10 years? I have been in the UK for the past 10 years, many times actually. So I just had to kind of roughly estimate how many times I've been. They will ask you 3 times what the reasons you entered in the UK was for. So I gave 3 answers, which is tourism, and then the dates for that. For study, which I did, and then the dates for that. And then another one was tourism again. And then I gave the dates for that. So they'll ask you whether you have applied for leave to remain. I have never applied for leave to remain before, so I clicked no. And they will also ask if you have a national insurance number. You can only have a national insurance number if you've ever been like a full-time employed person in the UK. So yeah, either yes or no. And if you have a UK driver's license, I don't. I have a Malaysian driver's license, so I actually have to go and apply. Have you ever received public funds? The answer is no, because I'm not British. And how many times have you visited the following past places in the past 10 years? So they'll ask based on Australia, Canada, New Zealand, USA, Switzerland, and the EEA, which is the European Union. This section, if you put like more than 6 times, they're gonna ask you every single time how many times you have entered Europe, and they'll ask you for like details as to where you've been. And then for this one, have you been to any other countries in the past 10 years? If you have traveled a lot like me and clicked yes, they will ask you to put all of the details of the travels that you have been through in the last 10 years. So I had to look through all of my passports. I had 2 passports that lasted 10 years, and I had to put every single country that I entered, that's excluding Europe, UK, USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and Switzerland. So it's mostly like Asian countries that I've actually entered. And I had to put all of that, and it was a lot of countries, and they'll ask for the same things like which country, how long, for what reason, and stuff like that. So you'll actually see that in the application form, like all of the countries that you've actually entered. But if you haven't been traveling around at all, then just click no. Immigration history, so they'll ask whether or not you have been refused a visa and all that stuff. I've never experienced any of this, so no for me. And they'll ask again, have you entered the UK illegally and all that stuff? For me, no. So I clicked no. They'll ask about convictions, so if you have any criminal records, please select something because you don't want to lie on your application form. I don't have any of this, thank God, so I can continue and click no. And then war crimes. I swear to God, if you're a war criminal, terrorist attacks, they'll also ask this, so I'm obviously not a terrorist, so I click no for everything. And they'll ask about extremist organizations as well, obviously no for all. Person of good character. Read all of this. The answer for all of it is no, if you understand that it is asking you about you as a person, as a good character. And then the next one is your employment history. So whether or not you have had employment with any of these organizations in the UK. I have never, so no. Okay guys, so we have officially completed this section of the online application process, which is all about your details as the applicant itself. In the next video, I'll be showing you a walkthrough of the online application where you have to fill in your sponsor or your partner's details. So definitely look forward to that, and see you in the next video.